Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Congress Member of Parliament Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra has been marred by yet another controversy. Rahul Gandhi today suspended his Bharat Jodo Yatra in Jammu and Kashmir, alleging complete collapse of police arrangement. Rahul Gandhi claimed that the police personnel who were supposed to manage the crowd during his yatra were nowhere to be seen, and after his security asked him to take the car instead of walking on foot, he had now no other choice. However, the Kashmir Zone Police refuted allegations levelled by Rahul Gandhi and his team and said that full security arrangements were in place for Rahul Gandhi's security. The police even tweeted the details of his security, adding that 15 companies of Central Armed Police Forces, 10 companies of J&K Police, route domination and lateral deployments were made for Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra. This has led to a full-blown war between the Congress and the BJP. First, let's listen in to Rahul Gandhi's charge.
So thank you for coming. This morning we had quite a large crowd that had gathered, and we were looking forward to walking on the Bharat Jodo Yatra, but unfortunately the police arrangement completely collapsed, and the police people who were supposed to manage the crowd and hold the rope were nowhere to be seen. So my security people were very uncomfortable with me walking further on the yatra. So we had to I had to cancel my walk. It's very difficult for me to go against what my security people are recommending.
Now, let's take a listen in to the Jammu and Kashmir administration and their version as they responded to Rahul Gandhi's allegations.
The organizers themselves had neither anticipated nor planned the Banihal crowd to join the Kashmiri stretch. The size of the crowd, because of this spillover, became larger than planned. That led to the pressure on the available security resources. Additionally, plainclothesmen from security wing of the J&K police continue to remain involved at places of stay and to ensure anti-sabotage checks and access control to the extent possible. And all arrangements have been made to ensure the best possible security for the ongoing Bharat Jodo Yatra.
The Congress party has gone all guns blazing, accusing the Jammu and Kashmir administration and actually lashing out at them of very serious lapses in Rahul Gandhi's yatra, and said that after Rahul Gandhi arrived at Kazigon, started walking towards Vesu in South Kashmir, suddenly outer security cordon of Rahul Gandhi just evaporated and disappeared. The Congress also didn't stop short of linking the alleged breach in Rahul Gandhi's security to the major security lapse that took place during the Prime Minister's visit to Punjab in January last year. Listen in to the Congress leader's claims.
प्रधानमंत्री जी जब पंजाब गए थे तो उनकी जो कैबलकेड जब चलने की समय गाड़ी में बैठे हुए थे, दो चार लोग थोड़ा उनको अपना नारा लगाए थे, उसलिए महाभारत बन गए थे। आज क्यों नहीं? मोदी जी चुप्पी की साधी क्यों है? हमारे गृह मंत्री अमित शाह जी क्यों चुप्पी साधे हैं कि राहुल गांधी जी अगर सही सलामत गुजरते रहे लोगों से बातचीत करते करते तो मोदी जी और अमित शाह जी की परेशानियां और बढ़ेगी।
अंतिम क्षण तक वो चाहते थे कि वो जो 12-13 किलोमीटर बाकी हैं वो चले, पर सुरक्षा सलाहकारों ने कहा बिल्कुल नहीं चल सकते आप, और तभी वो गाड़ी में बैठकर निकल गए। मैंने जो देखा, मेरे विचार में जिस मात्रा में क्राउड मौजूद उसका अनुमान पहले ही लगाना चाहिए था प्रशासन, और प्रशासन को इस बहुत ढीले ढंग से लिया। जो सुरक्षा बल होने चाहिए थे जिस मात्रा में, वो नहीं थे, और इसीलिए राहुल जी को गाड़ी में आना पड़ा। ये प्रशासन से चूक है, ये प्रशासन की चूक है, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं हो सकती।
The BJP has slammed Rahul Gandhi and accused him of doing drama to remain in the headlines. The BJP is also asked as to why the organizers had not informed the police about the large number of people joining the yatra from Banihal. BJP said that the situation arose due to Rahul Gandhi's carelessness, and it was Rahul Gandhi who didn't fulfill his responsibility towards his own security. Listen it.
सारे आरोप जो कांग्रेस पार्टी और राहुल गांधी लगा रहे हैं, उनका खंडन करते हुए बिल्कुल स्पष्ट हो गया है, ये सारे बयान आरोप अनर्गल हैं और ये प्रतीत होता है कि इस पे ओछी और घटिया राजनीति करी जा रही है। भारत जोड़ो यात्रा जो कि केवल सुर्खियों में बनी रहे, इसलिए इस तरह से जगह जगह पर ये कह दिया जाता है कि जो सुरक्षा थी वो पर्याप्त नहीं थी।
So the legitimate question we are asking on the Newshour tonight, is the Rahul Gandhi security row real or orchestrated? That's the question and that's the debate. Rahul security row. That's the hashtag and the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the Newshour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
And joining me tonight, Vivek Bansal, senior leader of the Congress, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, leader of the Congress, Suhail Seth, columnist, Ishkaran Bhandari, advocate. But my first question goes to Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, member of Parliament and national spokesperson of the BJP. Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, it's a serious charge. Lapse in security, and this is not the first time this charge has been made. It's been made in the past in Gujarat, it's been made in the past in several other places, including recently when the Bharat Jodo Yatra entered Delhi, and now in Jammu and Kashmir. This consistent charge by the Congress party, does it have merit, and is the government lax in the security provided to Mr. Rahul Gandhi?
As far as merit of the case is concerned, I just like to remind around a month back when the COVID was an apprehension of again a COVID coming, and there was a security instruction that Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra should just follow the protocol. Then they were making the mockery of the security instructions and the security apprehensions and trying to put a blame on BJP that we are doing this just in order to stop the yatra, though this is not the fact, because this yatra has nothing to do with BJP or even the towering personality of Modi ji. This is a totally internal matter of the Congress party, and Congress trying to show the other opposition leaders their true face, those who are aspiring to become the champions of the opposition unity, like whether it is Mamta ji or Nitish Kumar ji or Kejriwal ji or Sharad Pawar ji or KCR ji. So it has nothing to do. So we were very happy that he was going on. But as far as this technicality is concerned, it's very strange. How come a person who is ensuring the security of Rahul Gandhi ji, he is having Z plus security with ASL, Advanced Security Licensing, in which wherever he has to go, then advanced police is there, even the route is sanitized, and 15 companies of the Central Paramilitary Forces, 10 companies of the Jammu Kashmir Police, means 25 companies of the police were there, which is usually there in a one district. That much of security has been provided. But it's very strange how Rahul Gandhi is saying that their security men suggested or decided that he cannot go. The fact of the matter is, those security guards who were protecting the protectee has no connection with taking any decision whether the protectee will go ahead or will remain there. Because this is decided by the control room from where they are connected with the communication. Because if such a level of high security protected person like Rahul Gandhi, the security guard on the spot cannot take a decision that more danger is there on the place or it is better to go somewhere else. That decision will be taken by the control room. And the police is saying that you have withdrawn without giving any information to the security agencies, when Rahul Gandhi is his usual, habitual, you can say, floundering the security. He has done, when he was having SPG security, more than 1,000 times. After he has come in Z+, he has done more than 600 times. You remember 5-6 years back when he went to airport and disappeared without telling their security personnel that where he is going, and we were asking questions, then they were saying we are trying to do politics. So I am unable to understand that the Congress party, which is in the habit of making politics on the security issue, the national security issue, they are still trying to make this an issue, personal security, an issue of politics. And one more thing, by this stand, Congress party, I congratulate them, they have reconciled that finally the security is provided by the security men with gun. ये शांति के कबूतर उड़ाने से और गले लगने की बात करने से सिक्योरिटी नहीं आती। अफसोस कि इन्हीं सिक्योरिटी मैन से, जो आपके लिए जान की बाजी लगा के सिक्योरिटी करते हैं, आप लोग जीरो टॉलरेंस की बात करते थे। इन लोगों के ऊपर मुकदमे चलने चाहिए। ह्यूमन राइट्स, उनके जो टेररिस्ट अटैक करने के लिए, जिनसे आपको पर्सपेक्टिव खतरा है, उनके ह्यूमन राइट्स, और इन सिक्योरिटी वालों के लिए इस ढंग के वर्ड्स बोले जाते थे कि आर्मी का चीफ सड़क छाप गुंडा है, या जब गुलाम नबी आजाद साहब लीडर ऑफ द अपोजिशन थे तो उन्होंने कहा था इंडियन आर्मी सिविलियंस को ज्यादा मारती है। दिस वाज द वर्ड। ये नहीं कहा कि वो बाई चांस परिस्थितियों में सिविलियंस को ज्यादा मारती है। इस ढंग के जो वर्ड्स आप यूज करते थे, नाउ यू हैव रियलाइज्ड द इंपॉर्टेंस एंड द थ्रेट परसिस्ट ऑफ द सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेज इटसेल्फ। आई थिंक कांग्रेस पार्टी शुड रीथिंक देयर स्ट्रेटजी व्हेन दे आर गिविंग दीज sermons sitting in the air conditioned room in Delhi, trying to give sermon to the security forces. Now on the ground they realize what the real situation is. But on the technical issue, when Jammu Kashmir Police and Chief Secretary has said that they are providing all sort of security, then suddenly on the basis of the so-called recommendation, which nobody is authorized to give there, if Rahul Gandhi ji is saying, then Congress party should show where is the official message or official advice by anybody that he should withdraw his yatra, because the person who was encircling them are having no business in deciding whether the protectee should go ahead or should stop there.
Well, Mr. Vinod Bansal, pertinent questions being raised, Mr. Bansal. Vivek Bansal, sorry, pardon me. Vivek Bansal, a pertinent question being raised. How can the security circle within Rahul Gandhi's close contact can take a decision? They're not authorized to do so, number one. They have to be in touch with their senior officials. They report to them. And number two, the question is that on many occasions, the point has been made that Mr. Rahul Gandhi himself ducks his own security. So does it play both ways कि जब आपका मन करे आप सिक्योरिटी एजेंसीज को टारगेट कर दें, उनको कह दें कि they don't know what they are doing, and जब आपका मन करे तो सिक्योरिटी का थ्रेट इशू रेज कर दें? Doesn't it cut both ways, Mr. Bansal?
Well, Navika ji, since you have posed these two questions, let me answer that. Regarding this inner quadrant and all, taking up a unilateral call, as you were saying, definitely, as the official in charge of the security, he himself spoke, that he wasn't aware that this much turnout of the people would be there, and so the forces were taken unawares. So, keeping that in view, official is himself admitting that. And the inner quadrant in the personal security of Mr. Rahul Gandhi, they also realize that the security forces are either skewed or they have just withered away. So they had to take a call, immediate call they had to take, and they had to whisk him away immediately. I don't think there is any anomaly in that. And as far as you are talking, trying to recall the past incidents where Mr. Rahul Gandhi may have been have gone amiss as far as his security was concerned, that cannot be in fact cited for this lapse. There may be two wrongs, do not make one right. We have to keep this in mind. And then after this, I would like to bring to the notice what Mr. Sudhanshu ji was speaking regarding, first of all, he spoke about that There was a security after the COVID. There was a security forces have issued a directive or of this sort. First of all, let me correct him. Security, it was not the security forces. It was the medical, the health minister had issued a directive or basically forewarning the people that these sort of meetings should be avoided. Secondly, when he talks about, he's citing Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad, said this about he indicted the army and all. So I would like to remind him that what our Honorable Prime Minister in the House, in the Parliament had to say about Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad's contribution and how he, his tears were welling down his eyes. So let's not go into these things, but I think the best course of action would be objectively taking these complaints and this aberration on the part of this mistake on the part of the security forces, and an inquiry needs to be set up instead of just hurling accusations at each other. This is such a sensitive issue.
Fair point, but let me get in Mr. Suhail Seth. Mr. Suhail Seth, my question to you is, on the issue of security, whether it was the lapse in the Prime Minister's security in January last in Punjab or the question of security of Mr. Rahul Gandhi, has it shown chinks within the class of politics that we are currently seeing in our country? Because Mr. Bansal also says two wrongs don't make a right. Matlab Rahul Gandhi, if he lets ducks away from his security, it's wrong, but let's not raise that issue. Let's only raise the issue of the breach in his security. And on the other hand, the Congress party can call the security people anything they want, yet they are dependent for security on the same people. And then Punjab, it was the same Congress which said, the Prime Minister is trying to demonize the people of Punjab. The Prime Minister is so worried about his own life, not the life of other people. So have we really touched the bottom of the barrel as far as, logic is concerned and some propriety is concerned?
So two or three things. Number one, Navika. Now, Bansal, I didn't interrupt you, so just keep quiet for a minute. There are two or three things. Number one, I'm getting a bit tired about this constant whining that keeps happening over every little issue. Mr. Gandhi has gone overboard telling us that this is a country of love. There is no hatred. If there is no hatred and there is only love, why should he fear anything? I mean, whether he has security or not, it should not be an issue. I mean, by just sheer logic. Number two, let me take the example of the Secret Service in the United States. The Secret Service overrules every person and they are responsible for security. If the protectee behaves irresponsibly, that is flagged, so that tomorrow you can't blame the security forces. I think, Navika, there are lots of lessons to be learned here. Number one, these protectees are protected at the cost of you and me and our taxes. If these people can't behave responsibly, withdraw their security. If they want to play superheroes, let them play superheroes. It could be anyone. It could be the Prime Minister, it could be Rahul Gandhi, it could be Robert Vadra, it could be you if you ever get Z security. Number two, the point I'm making constantly is, you do know that Jammu and Kashmir has just about revived as a state where there is peace and harmony. Why do you want to create dissension? Why do you want to create obfuscation and again say, oh, there is a security issue in Jammu and Kashmir, this is not right, that is not right. Finally, Mr. Gandhi or whoever it is has every right to life and liberty. But that right comes with responsibility. It can't be a right bereft of responsibility. You can't be swashbuckling and then say, oh, I don't want the sword to touch me. So our politicians need to be more responsible, especially when it is our tax-paid money that is going out of its way to protect them, as we should. I'm a great believer that the Prime Minister's office and therefore the Prime Minister needs the utmost protection. I'm not interested in the protection of anyone else to that level. As also the President of India, all constitutional officers, it could be the Chief Justice of India. Point I'm making is, Mr. Gandhi has been a protectee for almost 25, 30 years, ever since the tragic demise of Mrs. Gandhi, which was in 1984. Then the tragic demise of his father. Now, they recognize that this protection is being given with a level of responsibility that is two ways. it's a level of responsibility that must be reciprocated. It can't be that these security people are at your beck and call. They are not your slaves. They are not your supplicants. They are not domestic help. They are people who must be treated with respect because their business, and they are the first people to give up their lives to save yours. That level of respect must be given. You can't on the one hand abuse them and on the second blame them for irresponsibility when you yourself have shown great irresponsibility, as Sudhanshu rightly said. There have been umpteen examples. To be fair, let me be honest, Navika, everyone does it. Politicians ultimately, and I don't blame them, they want to show that they're really popular, that they don't care about their lives. They want to touch and feel. They want the love of the people. But there is a serious issue in our country, like in every other country. And we need to be cognizant of that. So my appeal would be, whether it is Mr. Gandhi, Mr. Modi, one day Ms. Navika Kumar, please remember that this security has been given to you because people value your lives, they value your office, they value who you are. It comes with a grave sense of responsibility which must be reciprocated.
Well, so let me get in Mr. Kamru Zaman Chaudhary. Mr. Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, the question is that there was stated to be a security breach even in Rajasthan, a tent, something on fire there. But no song and dance was made about that. That is why it begs the question, why are these issues raised when you are entering Delhi? Because you want to make politics about it. Because in Delhi, it's the central government responsible for the law and order. And in Kashmir, it's again the central government. Is it because of that? Because Rajasthan mein to aapne kuch nahi kaha. Because it's a Congress-ruled state. Those questions will also be asked. So I want to ask you, if you keep saying, you know, Sher aaya, Sher aaya, Sher aaya, will people stop taking you seriously? Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, now we are entering that stage.
Navika, first and foremost, let me thank you for organizing a debate, though on a different note, on the Bharat Jodo Yatra once again.
I've been doing enough number of debates on Bharat Jodo, so let's, you know, let's not be, you know, so patronizing, Mr. Kamru Zaman Chaudhary.
No, let me not waste the time. Let me not waste the time. Today is supposed to be a Hindenburg debate, but anyhow, your agenda, your editorial policy. The basic point, Navika, today that I want to put out here, video that is out in the public domain shows everything. You cannot deny that there was a security lapse in Rahul Gandhi's case. For 3,500 kilometers, there was a D-shaped security ring with ropes and local policemen guarding Rahul Gandhi from any intruder getting into that inner quadrant. Now what happened? Suddenly that all those security personnel vanished out of thin air. When Rahul Gandhi came out of the car and he saw a huge crowd, even the Kashmir police has accepted. So why did the security guard were not present there? And in fact, because of the Congress Bharat Jodo Yatra volunteers, that a D ring was created out there. It was a security lapse. There is nothing you cannot deny it rather. Second point that I want to remind my dear friend Suhail ji out here, that it is not a case of a VIP security dictating terms to the security cordon around him. It's not the case of that. Rahul Gandhi has always obeyed with the security instructions that were given out to him. Even when the SPG cover was withdrawn from the Gandhi Parivar, he accepted it without any murmur of protest also. Even the Congress party raised one or two flags, but it never objected. Now 3,500 kilometers, there was not at all a single security breach. Suddenly you enter Modi's administered the security personnel out here, that is directly under the control of the Home Ministry. There you find a security lapse. Next you question the controversy surrounded when Bharat Jodo Yatra was about to enter Delhi. Now you tell me a health minister of the country issuing concerns to Rahul Gandhi about COVID. Now what happened? 1 month down the line, where is COVID now? These are all clear cut, and the public and the people of India are seeing through all these games. all these games that the Bharatiya Janata Party wants to play. They are so rattled by the success of the Bharat Jodo Yatra that they can stoop to any low to defame or degrade Bharat Jodo Yatra and Rahul Gandhi.
Well, Suhail Seth, are you jealous of the crowds that are coming, that you are also pointing fingers at Rahul Gandhi?
No, frankly, it's not my monkey, it's not my circus, so I really don't care. But I just want to make one observation on Mr. Kamruzman's comments. It is no one's point, Mr. Kamruzan, to doubt the success, the efficacy, the outreach, the overarching success of the Bharat Jodo Yatra. That is not the topic of today's debate. Here, the debate this evening is not to give you or anyone brownie points. The debate's single-minded purpose is to decide one thing. Should we allow protectees who have a high level of protection because of the threat to their lives, should we allow them to take turns in either parodying or disregarding the security cover that they've been given at taxpayer expense? Number one. Number two, you're completely wrong, and Sudhanshu Trivedi, who's on this program, is also a member of parliament, so they have more people at their beck and call to give them research points. He rightly said that there have been instances which have been cited in parliament of the number of times that Mr. Gandhi has defied or violated or ignored. Violated is incorrect, ignored the advice of his security people. And by the way, Mr. Kamruzman, Mr. Gandhi is not alone. As I said in my opening remarks, many politicians do that. But that is not the case for anything in future. God forbid, if something had happened to Mr. Gandhi, and I hope it never does, never. God forbid if something had happened. It could be a minor injury. Can you imagine? It would be politics between you and the BJP, but what you would do is you would cause irreparable harm to the brave hearts in our country. Those security forces who give up every day of their lives, it's every day they are walking out to face imminent death. They would be the ones who would be shamed. My worry is not about you and BJP playing politics. That you will play ad nauseum. But, it's a Bernard Shaw saying, and, you're from Calcutta, from Bengal, I hope. Bernard Shaw said, when whales fight, shrimps are eaten. Our security forces would become collateral damage. When Prime Minister's cavalcade was stopped on that bridge in Punjab, the first set of blame was to his SPG, the people and the security and the police in Punjab. So my advice would be, let's be responsible when we are being protected at the cost of the taxpayer.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point. And my question, Ishkaran Bhandari, is that there have been violations of the drill that is to be followed by protectees. That's been cited by the former Home Minister, current Defence Minister, Mr. Rajnath Singh, on the floor of the House. At that time, I think, if I remember the number correctly, 1,856 times there were occasions when Rahul Gandhi broke the rules of the security within the country, and on 72 trips abroad, he also let go of his security. In fact, even when the Bharat Jodo Yatra entered Delhi, a letter was written to which CRPF responded that between 2020 and December, there were 113 times that Rahul Gandhi ducked his own security and broke the protocol. Now, isn't it a two-way street? Do you see a real problem or a worry for Rahul Gandhi's security, or do you think it's really politics at the end of the day?
Navika ji, before I come to this specific issue of Rahul Gandhi's security, I find it amusing that Congress is always in a crybaby mode. Today you are doing a debate on a security breach of their top leader, and you get blamed that why aren't you doing the Hindenburg report? Why are you covering this? If you had not covered this, they would have said Rahul Gandhi's life in threat, and still Navika ji is heartless enough not to cover his personal security issue. So I don't understand what the media is supposed to do.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, but anyways, because you have a big heart and you are concerned about the security of a political leader, you are doing a security debate. So before I come to this, in a sane polity, security of a top public leader would be of utmost priority, and there will be zero politics. But unfortunately, the most important political leader in any democracy is the Prime Minister, whosoever be the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister just January of last year was 20 minutes from the border and had a massive security breach. And I read you what the Congress spokesperson said when the security issue was raised. Top Congress spokesperson. You want to defame Punjab? It's 3 crore people. Punjabiyat and Punjab culture, because the security breach on the Prime Minister was raised in the state of Punjab. Now, by the same logic, I am very happy that Mr. Trivedi and BJP is not saying that you want to blame Kashmir, its crores of people, Kashmiriyat and Kashmir culture. That is the level of discourse in this country on the Prime Minister's security. Now coming to Mr. Rahul Gandhi's security, security of everybody is very important, and he did no great favors by taking it without a murmur that SPG protection was removed. That is and should have rightly been meant for the Prime Minister, and if you don't qualify, you don't get it. But he has Z plus security protection, and in Z plus security protection, the worrying aspect is, and I was reading, 113 times since 2020, Mr. Rahul Gandhi has violated protocol as per CRPF. So that should be avoided. That said, in this instant issue, what is coming out is that a lot of people came, and there was, of course, some amount of breach which one can see here. Now that breach was caused because the people around Rahul Gandhi invited people without informing the security agencies as they had to, or the local intelligence was not up to the mark. That all must be investigated, because the security of everybody is important. But the lesson I hope Congress learns today is that when Punjab happened, they should have taken it with utmost seriousness, as I hope the Home Ministry takes this issue with seriousness.
Mr. Vivek Bansal, that's the point. An investigation definitely in order. But at the same time, isn't the responsibility of the Congress party and Mr. Rahul Gandhi to cooperate with the security agencies in terms of his movement, in terms of the anticipation, in terms of the fact? I want to just read out Mr. K.C. Venugopal's letter. He says that furthermore, to harass participants and prevent eminent personalities from joining the Bharat Jodo Yatra, Intelligence Bureau is interrogating many people who participated in the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Now, if they are doing their SOPs to try and check who's going in, who's coming out, which is a security drill, you have a problem with that. You have a problem in sharing information, but you also have a problem in, and we all do have a problem in the security labs. There will have to be a two-way communication and participation and cooperation.
You see, Navika, I'll start from your last question, in which you quoted Mr. Venugopal that VVIPs or celebrities who are joining the yatra and they are being grilled, or they are being unnecessarily causing harassment to them. So first of all, as you say, that definitely it is the prerogative of the security forces to inquire about whosoever is joining, but these celebrities are well-known figures, and there is a difference between harassment and taking general information as far as it is concerned. So we have to differentiate between. We just cannot just make a sweeping generalization that what Mr. Venuji is saying wrong. We should go into the objectivity and into the merits of what he's saying. Secondly, when you say that Mr. Rahul Gandhi may have definitely in the past may have been the cases where he must have not adhered to the norms which are provided, which are prescribed by the security agency. Definitely in this yatra, let me tell you, he had been religiously adhering to all that. But an inquiry needs to be. You see, maybe we are just just making a mole out of this mountain out of a mole. So we have to just go into the objectivity. If we are right, then we stand vindicated. And to have a slugfest game against either the ruling dispensation, we brought it to the notice, and I think there is definitely whatever happened with the Prime Minister in Punjab, that is also, if at all there was a security lapse, and there must have been an inquiry conducted into it. What are the findings of the inquiry
committee?
Vivek Bansal,
you have a very short memory. The matter went to Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court has made observations. But Sudhanshu Trivedi, राहुल गांधी की सिक्योरिटी ब्रीच बहुत अच्छे से याद रहती है. प्रधानमंत्री की सिक्योरिटी ब्रीच, क्लियरली फॉगी मेमोरी ऑन दैट.
देखिए, वन थिंग इज वेरी क्लियर. प्राइम मिनिस्टर सिक्योरिटीज एसपीजी, स्पेशल प्रोटेक्शन ग्रुप, और उसमें बहुत स्टैंडर्ड नॉर्म है कि वेन एवर इज प्राइम मिनिस्टर पासिंग थ्रू एनी रोड, देयर शुड बी नो ट्रैफिक एंड नो बडी इवन राइड्स बाय द साइड ऑफ द रोड. but in Punjab it was categorically breached. And even today, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary ji is what he is saying. 4-5 log aa gaye the road par to wo ye banne lage the. Now, how you can say when the Prime Minister is passing through the road and you are saying that 4 or 5 people has come, it is their number. There were hundreds of people has come, that too protesters. And you are saying this is not a security breach. It was a categorical, and the cleaning of the road is the responsibility of the local police. Protecting the Prime Minister is the responsibility of the SPG. And the SPG will take a decision whether it is to go ahead or not. So it is the top agency which will decide whether he should go ahead or not. Now coming to the other aspect, I would like to point out, ये जो आपने कहा मेडिकल की बात, ऐसा नहीं है जनाब. ये मेडिकल की भी सिक्योरिटी प्रोटेक्टी की होती है, सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस की जिम्मेदारी. Whenever protectee of Z+ or higher moves to any house, वो क्या खाएंगे ये भी चेक किया जाता है. और आपको पता है उनका ब्लड ग्रुप क्या है, उस ब्लड ग्रुप के कुछ लोग साथ में चलते हैं उनकी सिक्योरिटी में. इन केस ऑफ एनी इमरजेंसी दैट ब्लड ग्रुप शुड बी अवेलेबल विद देम. 2 or 3 people move that. राहुल गांधी इज हैविंग दैट टाइप ऑफ सिक्योरिटी. और एक चीज मैं कहना चाहता हूं, वन थिंग, when it came to the issue of the personal security of Rahul Gandhi ji, they strictly, as per their statement, abided by the advice of the security forces, and they never asked for what is the proof. Neither we are asking कि खतरा किससे था, भटके हुए नौजवानों से खतरा था या जो लोग हालात के मारे थे उनसे खतरा था, ये तो हमने नहीं पूछा. But when it comes to the security of the country, then you ask the proof. You deny to abide by the instructions or the advice of the security forces. Then आप कहते हैं खतरा कहां था, कम से कम ये बताइए, और खतरा है तो इसका प्रूफ बताइए. This is a sheer dichotomy of the character when it comes to my personal thing. Then you accept that there is a danger and I should follow, though it is not true. They have not never said, but you are saying that you followed strictly in accordance, being perceiving there can be a danger, but in the case of country, the politics is above, there is no danger, you should go ahead, and even if security forces is saying something, it should have proof. So I think Congress is having a consistent dastardly habit of doing politics of the security, from national security to the personal security of the Prime Minister. Now they are saying that on one hand, the breach is the privilege. Whenever they want, Rahul Gandhi ji can breach the security. Whenever they want, they can put an allegation of the lapse. अब एक बात आपसे कहना चाहूंगा, आपको पता है when SPG person is traveling in a plane, उनके साथ भी एक चलते हैं सिक्योरिटी के लोग, और SPG में थे, आप प्लेन में अपने आप चले गए. For some hours you were without any protection. And this was the highest level of security breach,
and not
which
once
Rahul
or
ji has
twice, but 72 times as documented in a statement that was presented in Parliament. Well, the question is not about the politics. The question is there a reason why Rahul Gandhi feels that there is, or I mean, we can all see it. Is there any reason why the government should not order an inquiry into the lapse of Rahul Gandhi's security, number one? On the other hand, would the Congress be well advised to take the issues of security rather seriously? Whether it is the personal security of Mr. Gandhi, or as Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi said, the security of the country, and the statements made by the armed forces. Well, we leave it at that. Thank you very much for joining me on debate number 1.